Hi, everybody. I'm 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀, and I want to tell you a story. The Serpent and the First Wound, the story of shame. This is about the power of the serpent. In ancient medicine wheel, the serpent represents the self, a path of healing, renewal, and the power to shed what no longer serves us. The serpent is the first teacher, reminding us that transformation is not a slow, piece by piece process. It happens all at once, the way that a snake sheds its skin all at once. The shedding is non-negotiable. The serpent does not cling to the past. It doesn't carry the weight of what it has outgrown. It just releases completely and moves forward. It's the perfect metaphor for how true transformation works. But there's something important to know about how a snake sheds. The hardest part to let go of is the head. When a snake is shedding its skin, it'll find a couple of rocks and wiggle its head in there and struggle to pull its head free. The mind is what clings the tightest. The mind resists. The mind fears what happens when the old story dissolves. And this is where most people get stuck, trying to move forward while gripping onto what they should be releasing. In the Western world, the first layer we must shed is shame. In Western thought, the first wound that humanity carries is shame. It's the only major worldview where awakening is punished. Adam and Eve, where the moment when Eve bites the apple of wisdom, she is cast out of the paradise. And in this version of the story, wisdom is punished. Choice is punished. Awakening is punished. And most importantly, shame is born. The moment sets the foundation for how Western mind relates to power, success, and self-worth. You must earn your self-worth. You must redeem yourself. You must work harder, suffer more, prove more. This is why so many high achievers in the world, they carry exhaustion, burnout, self-sacrifice, all as badges of honor. They are subconsciously trying to earn their place back in the metaphorical garden. But what if the story itself is wrong? The indigenous wisdom of the serpent is different. In indigenous teachings, the story is not one of exile, it is one of stewardship and alignment. Humans are not cast out of the garden, they are placed within it as caretakers. Wisdom is not a curse, it is the natural progression of awakening. We are not separate from creation, we are its living expression. And the serpent, so often demonized in Western versions of this story, it's actually a symbol of wisdom, renewal, and transformation. In South American shamanic traditions, the serpent is the first initiation in healing work. The serpent represents the power to shed what is false, to release what no longer serves, and to move in full trust. What if the story we were told, what if the first story we were ever told about ourselves was a lie? What if we were never meant to earn our worth, but to reclaim what was always ours? Shame is the first wound, and it's time to shed it. Like the serpent, our first layer of healing is shedding the skin of shame, the belief that we must prove, struggle, and suffer in order to be worthy. When we release shame, we reclaim our power. When we release shame, we see that the garden was never lost. It was always within us. When we release shame, we stop trying to fix ourselves and we start aligning with what was always true. And this is why, like in modalities like timeline therapy, for example, shame is the last emotion to be released because all of the others are stacked on top of it. Let me give you an example. Anger protects us from feeling our sadness. We remove our anger, we feel sad. Sadness keeps us from facing our fear. We remove sadness, we face our fears. Fear keeps us from confronting our deepest wounds. When we address our fears, we can realize that hurt is pain. Hurt is our amazing ability to love gigantically, and hurt, when we don't heal our hurt, it keeps us stuck in betrayal. and we get to guilt and shame, sitting at the bottom, holding everything in place. So this is why so many people are building their dreams on unhealed wounds. They work harder, they sacrifice more, they chase goals that aren't even their own, all in an unconscious attempt to prove their worth. But you cannot build a dream on a foundation of shame. Shame is the first layer that must be shed, and the head is the hardest part to let go of. The call of the serpent. Are you ready to shed? The path forward is not about fixing yourself, because you are not broken, but you may still be carrying an old skin that no longer belongs to you. What would happen if you let go completely? This is the work of Switchcraft Forward. This is the moment you stop building your dreams on unhealed wounds and instead start leading from your wholeness. Are you ready to shed that first layer? I hope so. I want to talk to you. Give me a message if you responded to my story today. I want to know what your thoughts are, what resonated with you. Let's start a conversation. I'm Corey. I'll see you in the circles.